In the pulsating world of professional boxing, few narratives capture the imagination quite like the unfolding saga of Gervonta "Tank" Davis and his rivalry with Lamont Roach. The anticipation surrounding their upcoming rematch, now rescheduled for August 2025 in Las Vegas, has electrified the boxing community, fueled by a controversial draw in their previous encounter and a viral training session featuring none other than the legendary Mike Tyson. This rematch isn't just a fight, it's a collision of legacies, a test of skill, heart, and redemption that promises to redefine the lightweight division. Gervonta Davis, widely regarded as one of the most explosive talents in boxing today, has long been a polarizing figure. His blistering speed, pinpoint precision, and devastating knockout power have drawn comparisons to some of the sport's all-time greats, most notably Mike Tyson. Fans and analysts alike have marveled at Davis's ability to end fights with a single punch, a trait reminiscent of Tyson's prime when he was known as the baddest man on the planet. Yet, when asked about these comparisons, Tyson himself has downplayed the similarities, injecting his trademark humor into the conversation. He quipped that the only thing he and Davis share might be their legal troubles, a nod to the tumultuous personal lives both have navigated outside the ring. Tyson emphasized that their fighting styles and career paths are distinct, with Davis operating in the lightweight division, where speed and technical skill often overshadow the raw power that defined Tyson's heavyweight reign. Despite Tyson's reluctance to draw parallels, the boxing world can't help but buzz about the connection, especially after a jaw-dropping training session that saw Davis and Tyson working together. The footage, which spread like wildfire across social media, showcased Davis's modern finesse alongside Tyson's old-school grit. The session was more than just a workout, it was a symbolic passing of the torch, with Tyson's raw intensity complementing Davis's polished technique. Fans described it as one of the most electrifying collaborations in combat sports history, with the gym radiating an energy that felt almost cinematic. For Davis, training with a legend like Tyson isn't just about physical preparation. It's about absorbing the mentality of a fighter who once dominated the sport with unmatched ferocity. The stakes for Davis are sky-high as he prepares for his rematch with Lamont Roach. Their first fight, which ended in a controversial draw, was a seismic moment in boxing. Roach, a skilled and resilient underdog, did what few thought possible. He went the distance with Davis, pushing him to the brink in a 12-round battle that left fans and analysts divided. The fight was marked by a disputed moment in the 9th round when Davis took a knee, which many believed should have been scored as a knockdown. Some, including fellow lightweight boxer Devin Haney, argued that Roach deserved the victory, citing his effective jab, body shots, and relentless pressure. Haney, who has known Roach since their amateur days, praised his performance, noting that Roach's skill level was no surprise to those familiar with his work ethic and talent. Roach's performance against Davis was a revelation. Known for his durability and strategic approach, Roach neutralized Davis's explosive power, landing clean shots and outworking him in several rounds. The draw shifted perceptions of both fighters. For Davis, it raised questions about his ability to dominate high-caliber opponents who can withstand his power. For Roach, it was a career-defining moment, elevating him from a respected contender to a legitimate threat in the lightweight division. Social media erupted with debates about whether Roach was robbed of a victory, with many fans pointing to the non-called knockdown as a pivotal moment that could have tipped the scales in his favor. The controversy surrounding the first fight has only intensified the clamor for a rematch. Davis, frustrated by the outcome, has been vocal about his desire to set the record straight. He believes the draw didn't reflect his true abilities and is determined to prove his dominance in the second bout. His training camp is in full swing, with a focus on both physical conditioning and tactical adjustments. Davis has acknowledged Roach's skill, but he's confident that a more aggressive approach, similar to his performances against Ryan Garcia or Frank Martin, will lead to a decisive victory. In those fights, Davis showcased his ability to take control by pressing the action, landing powerful left hands and body shots that overwhelmed his opponents. Roach, on the other hand, is approaching the rematch with a different kind of fire. For him, this fight is more than a chance to settle a score, it's an opportunity to cement his legacy. A victory over Davis would catapult Roach into boxing's elite, erasing any doubts about his place among the sport's top fighters. His father and trainer, Lamont Roach Sr., revealed that even Davis recognized Roach's talent early on, approaching the first fight with caution rather than fear. Roach Sr. believes the rematch will see both fighters elevate their game, predicting another grueling battle that could again go the distance. He's confident that his son's timing, defense, and heart, qualities praised by peers like Shakur Stevenson, will make him a formidable challenge for Davis. The parallels between the Davis-Roach rivalry and historic boxing clashes, such as Tyson versus Evander Holyfield, are hard to ignore. Like Holyfield, Roach was an underestimated challenger who defied expectations, using skill and resilience to frustrate a fearsome favorite. Tyson's loss to Holyfield in their first fight was a defining moment in boxing history, and some fans see echoes of that upset in Roach's performance against Davis. The comparison isn't lost on boxing enthusiasts, who are predicting that history might repeat itself in the rematch. However, Davis is determined to avoid the fate of his mentor, focusing on a strategy that emphasizes aggression and volume to counter Roach's technical prowess. Davis's recent comments about Tyson add another layer of intrigue to the narrative. In a candid moment, he criticized Tyson's decision to fight internet personality Jake Paul in an exhibition match, arguing that it tarnished the legend's legacy. For Davis, boxing is a sacred sport, and he believes fighters of Tyson's caliber should avoid spectacles that dilute their reputation. His outspokenness reflects his deep respect for the sport's integrity and his desire to uphold the standards set by its greatest champions. Yet, despite his critique, Davis's decision to train with Tyson shows his admiration for the former champion's knowledge and experience. The collaboration has sparked speculation about whether Tyson's guidance could give Davis the edge he needs to dominate Roach in the rematch. The boxing world is also abuzz with opinions from other fighters. Shakur Stevenson, a pound-for-pound talent, called Roach a hell of a fighter, and warned that Davis needs to bring his A-game to avoid an upset. Stevenson's comments highlight the respect Roach has earned, even among those who initially doubted his ability to compete with Davis. The familiarity between the two fighters, who have known each other since their amateur days, adds another dimension to the rematch. Roach Sr. noted that both camps have a deep understanding of each other's strengths and weaknesses, having shared rings and faced common opponents over the years. This mutual knowledge makes the fight a chess match as much as a physical battle, with each fighter looking to exploit the other's tendencies. For fans, the rematch is a chance to see a definitive conclusion to one of the most debated fights in recent memory. The first bout was a showcase of contrasting styles, Davis's explosive power against Roach's relentless pressure and technical skill. The draw left many questions unanswered, particularly about Davis's ability to adapt when his knockout power is neutralized. Some analysts believe Roach found a blueprint to frustrate Davis, using movement and volume to keep him on the defensive. Others argue that Davis, now fully aware of Roach's capabilities, will come prepared to impose his will from the opening bell. The controversy over the non-called knockdown in the 9th round remains a sticking point. Many fans and analysts, including Devin Haney, believe it was a clear knockdown that should have swung the fight in Roach's favor. Davis attributed the moment to a slip, possibly caused by grease, but the explanation hasn't quelled the debate. The incident draws parallels to other controversial moments in boxing, such as Amanda Serrano's claim that grease affected her performance in a fight. For Roach, the rematch is a chance to prove that he can not only compete with Davis but decisively defeat him, leaving no room for judges' interpretations. As the August 2025 date approaches, the boxing world is bracing for what promises to be an epic showdown. Davis is training with an intensity that reflects his determination to reclaim his status as the lightweight division's undisputed king. His sessions with Tyson have added a layer of mystique, with fans eager to see if the legend's influence will translate into a more ferocious performance. Roach, meanwhile, is carrying the momentum of his career-defining draw, backed by a team that believes he can shock the world. The rematch isn't just about settling a score, it's about defining legacies in a sport where every fight can be a turning point. The anticipation is palpable, with fans flooding social media with predictions and breakdowns of the first fight. Some see Davis's power and experience as too much for Roach to overcome, while others believe Roach's heart and strategy make him a live underdog. The parallels to Tyson Holyfield only heighten the drama, as fans wonder if Roach can pull off an upset for the ages. Whatever the outcome, the rematch is poised to be a defining moment in boxing, a clash of skill, will, and redemption that will be talked about for years to come.